Wow. Okay, so we just went through all of that, and my volume wasn't on, and none of you guys could hear me. Basically, what we were saying is we got a great match. We're in round 7. This is the end of round 7, which means we're getting pretty close to the end of season 2 of the OWC. But we've got another season coming your way. We've got a lot of guys who are interested, who want to play some darts, want to have some fun. But at the same time, we don't want to really damage too much the dynamic that we have going with a good group of guys playing at pretty close to the same level. So we're talking about that. How can we do that? How can we incorporate other guys? And because really it's all just for fun. We don't want to get too competitive, but we do want to have opportunity to win some legs when we play, because that's where the fun in darts comes from. So we are working on a couple plans. We've got kind of a draft in place of what we can do. So we'll fill everyone in on the league. In the league on that at a later time. But we're getting close to this. Is the last round. Last match in round 7, and it's a great match. We've got Jason versus Scott Bird, and as I was mentioning to nobody but myself a minute ago, while they're not close on the scoreboard, the ramifications of this match are huge. Let's have a look at Jason. 9 points. He picks up a win here today. He jumps up to 11 points and can cruise for second place. We run our playoffs first versus 8 and vice versa. First versus 10th, 2 versus 9th, etc., etc. So positioning is everything in first round of the playoffs. Jason coming off, he's got undefeated, 3 wins, 3 draws, 39 legs, 4. Got a great plus 13 when it comes to legs, pushing for the 100s and even the 120s. And holding a 42.96 average. So this is the one thing we haven't really seen in Jay's game. It hasn't improved of late. He's dropped a little bit in his average, but he's still getting the job done, which means he's scoring. Maybe he's having a little bit of challenge with the doubles, but still are sitting at 12.7%, which is right up there in the top 4 of the league. So, and we'll see him try to continue that tonight. Scott having a great last few rounds. He's 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss in the last 3 after kind of a slow start, not really picking up a lot of wins. Had a lot of questions. Am I going to go, without a win? Winless through this season, completely turned it around, been throwing 45 to 48 average darts, checking out like a beast lately. So, he's still in that negative 14 leg, but was good enough to push himself up above Scott and Adam and Evan. 24 in the hundreds, 5 and 3 respectively for 120s and 140s. So not really pushing any columns, but just had a huge checkout, his checkout of the year, 77. And with a respectable 8% checkout for first season entry, and looking to improve on that again tonight as well. So let's see, let's bring in the boys. How's it going, guys? Pretty good. Make sure you guys we can actually hear you. We can't. There you go. How you doing, guys?
Good.
That's better. Big match tonight. So it's kind of nice that, you're not sitting right on top of each other in the standings where it's like, oh man, I have to beat this guy or everything goes south for me. But huge. As we looked at that scoreboard back a second ago, we forgot to talk about what Scott could do. If Scott wins this match, he jumps up to 5 points, and then he starts nipping at the heels of guys like Rob and Dirk, and could get himself in a great position in the playoffs. So, and Jason, same thing. So, knowing that you're not jostling for position with each other, does that change anything about your approach tonight, Jay?
No. I can't afford the loss. And you know what? You're playing darts. You play darts to win. Scott's a great friend of mine, one of my best friends. And you know what? It's going to be good. We always play well together, and he's pretty hot, so I got to stay on top of him.
Yeah, he's been throwing some great darts. Last question for you, Jay. What do you think you got to throw average-wise to keep up to him tonight? What's the goal?
I have to throw, well, of course, everyone wants to be about 50 in this league, but I think if I throw a 48, but the biggest thing is I got to check out.
Yeah, that's right. So what about you, Scott? Were you worried when you started in this season? I think you went 4 straight losses. Were you starting to think, oh man, I can't play with these guys?
Yeah, I was. I knew that all the guys in the league from last year were all talented and all good players. Obviously, I'm happy with a tie with you and a win my last game. So that builds my confidence up a bit.
Yep, absolutely. And you were doubling out like a fanatic. It's something that you've been probably focusing on lately. What's your key to getting past Jason tonight?
I would agree with Jay. Doubles are a key, and I'm just going to try and throw straight.
Yeah, hey, words of wisdom. Just get them straight, get them in the meat, put up some points, and you have an opportunity in this league. So we are obviously going to be playing a best of 12, so we're going to take you guys into throw for cork. Jason, we'll get you to throw for cork first. 3 darts are cork, and we'll get this set up. Okay, doesn't look like we got anything there, so we'll take it over to Bird. Go ahead, Scott. 3 a cork. Okay, Jay, back to you.
Green and 3.
Green and 3, and Scott, chance for rebuttal here.
Nope, just high.
Okay, so we'll be Jason to throw first. We're going to get that set up. As you can see, it's come up on your scoreboards now. We're just going to quickly check and make sure it has for Scott, and it has. As usual, I will be muting during these matches. If you have any sort of questions or concerns, please just speak up. I'll always be able to hear you. And then as well, when we get down to you're announcing your scores, please just announce your scores when we can hear you in the mic, nice and clear. And when you get down to a double, please include how many darts you took a double. I can see because we're going to do 2 separate screens tonight, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But just in case I miss one, it'll be good for you to announce, check out 2 at a double or whatever it is that you're going to do. Any questions before we get started?
Good game, Bird.
All right, boys. Both of you have a great game. Just give me a second here. Okay. Yeah, have a great game. Jason, you're to throw first. Leg 1. Game on. All right. So it looks like a decent start for Jay. I think. Take a 55. That's anything above 50. Pretty happy with getting going early on.
30.
Right out of the
41.
It always takes a little bit in these first opening legs to get the nerves calmed down, start throwing straight.
7.
At least I know when I'm playing my matches. We were just talking about this with Eric after we played. It's all just for fun. No one's winning anything. There is a small trophy, but
55.
1 second here. I think I made a mistake. There we go. There.
41.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, but you want to play well, and that's where it comes from, right? It's not that it's super competitive or anything. It's just that I want to throw well, and I know I can throw well, and people are watching, eh?
30.
And that's where it comes from. You get a little swivel in your arm, right? Maybe the yips, as Jason likes to call it.
61.
Oh, we can't see Jason's averages. Let's make sure we can. There we go.
62.
Okay, picking up here a little bit now. Let's see if these guys can hold that, bring these averages up. Bit of a slow start. Jason's not bad. Throwing a 50. He's got a little bit behind, but I think he's in some paint there twice.
140.
Oh, 140. Huge throw for Birdman to jump right back in this one in leg 1. Still working on some animations for those guys. They're coming.
92.
Now, here we go. Now we got a game. Just like that, from 30s averages to 56s across the board. And he's in the lipstick again.
85.
We're on a roll. They're going to wear them out. Oh.
81.
Thought it was our first ton, but it's an 81. Woohoo! And I'm rhyming. It's that early in the evening. There we go. Scotty's got it locked in now. It looks like he's throwing pretty straight.
42.
I am at a loss as to what that was. Sorry, that dart. Where was that dart going?
I was trying to set that up with 17. So
Oh,
I say 95.
he was trying to set that up with a 17. Listen to Colin doing some counting. Countlin, as Eric calls him. Didn't see where dart 2 got away to here.
50. 2 at double.
Excellent. All right, so 95 here. Should be going. No, it's a 19. So now we're looking at a 76.
What's happening here?
You're at a 76.
Yeah. 45.
Okay, not at double there. All right, Jason, see if he goes 3 double 16 is the likely checkout we're going to see here. We do. There's the 3. He's just under the wire. 2 darts at 16 for leg 1, and he hits a double 8 and has to switch up top. It's a double 12 on 1 dart. Oh, maybe he was outside.
19.
He must have been. 2 darts at double.
Crap, that's 20. Even 30.
So he's got 30. He needs a double 15 to close this out unless he sets it up. He's going for it. Dart number 3. Ooh, just
20
wide.
scored, 2 at double.
Keep the 22 at double and off to double 8, which is a nice, juicy checkout for Jay. Wide on dart 1. Oh, and he hits an 11, which is just ugly, as now he needs a 5 and has to decide whether he's going to bust it. I hate that light. I hate that light in front of his face, but he needs it apparently.
Bust.
And that is a bust. I don't know if it was intentional or not.
2 at double.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. There we are.
15. Number 1.
You got your double?
Great, first one. First shot.
Oh, sorry, to clarify, you said 15, but you checked it out 1 dart? Double 15? Why isn't that working? Sorry, boys. I guess the spacebar mute wasn't working. So just to clarify, you checked that out. You didn't hit 15. You hit a double 15?
Yeah, double 15.
Okay, double 15. That's a 30 checkout for leg 1 and 1 dart at double, which is going to alternate us. But Scott will keep you at the hockey. You're going to throw in game 2. Game on. Great checkout there from Scott. 1 dart.
55.
You know, obviously it wasn't his first visit at a double, but he's been zoning in on his doubles lately. And it is, you know, if you're going to be throwing a 55 average or 54 average and checking out with 2 visits,
45.
your opponents may be in a world of trouble. Sorry about the late switch, guys. See, straight, and in there
60.
for a steady. There he gets in some paint.
70.
Unable to make good on another dart, but it's good enough to draw even with the would-be challenger.
45.
I think just above the wire on dart 2
100.
for. Oh, no, it's not. And it is a ton he puts up. And he's got to be feeling great about that. This 72 average here after 4 visits.
60.
We got some darts. Oh,
60.
sorry, folks. Sorry. I've tried some new key bindings, which makes the transitions smoother and a lot easier for me to keep up and talk and score. But I'm not,
43.
but I'm not used to using them yet. it's hands-free on the mouse. It's all keyboard now, which is great.
61.
Jason's pushing on this one. I don't think he really expected Scott to take leg one. I think he beat him down, and he thought, I got a double 8. Scott's working at 30s.
25.
He was probably hoping Scott would push himself into a 15 checkout after 2-dart it, but he just nabs it. So Jason's on his heels, and he has responded beautifully here in leg 2.
59.
Oh, my goodness.
85.
He's not going to make it easy on him. Jason, palm sweating, wiping him off here. Knows he's got the newcomer, chasing him down. He's not a newcomer anymore. This guy throws.
26.
First 26 we see of the match, disappointing as it might be, sets him up on a pretty decent checkout if he can hold it straight. 88 left for Scott, and he elects to hit for 18.
44.
And misses and hits a 4 for a 44. Let's see what Jay does here. Should be very simple. Probably going to go just to 20-20 tops, but he hits, I believe, a 60 and might be going over to double 10, which could be good because he gets 2 darts at it.
Bust.
And he busts it. No, that hurts. He actually hit a double on that, like just a wire away. Is he going to get another chance? 64 to Bird, who should be switching to 16s at this point and doesn't.
60.
No darts at double there, and 80 back to Jay, as we'll wait Scott looking at a double 12, which isn't bad in itself because you get to go to double 6 if you come inside. So tops to draw even and can't get it, but he holds the 40 points. And now it's all in the hands of the Birdman. He's going to move over with 2 darts to double 6, which isn't ugly. My favorite checkout, even though you wouldn't know it from my last match. And he gets it in 1 dart.
24 scored, 2 at double.
Whoa. Did you miss that double 6?
No, it's double 6. I hit 12 and a double 6.
Yeah, so you checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Checked out in 2.
Okay, get that. Lead with that.
Sorry.
No
My
worries.
bad.
So Scott checks out when 2 for 24. Nice checkout. And we will throw that up here and alternate our throwers. I believe we're going to be looking at, that's 2 darts for Jason to throw first as we head into leg 3. Yes, that's true. Jason, great leg. Game on. Now we got down by 2 here.
Go look at the hole. It's still there.
45.
And too early to panic. I mean, there's no point. But in your head, right, when you're playing and you're thinking, look,
45.
I needed this win. I wanted this win. You heard him. He said, I can't afford to lose. And in his head, he probably thought, look, this is a game I can win. I think, I'm going to take it to the new guy.
41.
I know I said that, and I ended up losing a point to him and barely get away with 1.
36.
And Scotty B's on the warpath. Now, here's the thing. Again, we're coming down to checkouts.
41.
Because he said his checkouts have been giving him some problems. Even though he's in that 12 percentage in top 4, we've seen something change in this league
60.
this year, where you used to get 3 visits at a double. You miss 1, you're maybe done now with anybody in any leg.
Oh, what was that? 26.
As guys are working on their doubles, we've been coming up with so many games to play for doubles that it's merciless, and
60.
And a lot of us have to get caught up. I've been myself practicing scoring, and that's drastically risen, but my doubles are hurting. And so you're seeing that. I think Jason's shell-shocked here. He's been out-throwing.
55.
He's been out-throwing Scott, especially in leg 2, quite a bit in leg 2. Leg 1 was pretty even, and here we see he's getting out-thrown. But
28.
You might say, how is that possible? Look at the match averages, but it's the doubles. Jason's been missing his doubles. Scott has not.
Oh, that's a trip.
And Jason needs to catch in there. I think he's in some paint there. Put another one in there, Jay. And, oh, he might be 555.
40.
Oh, yeah, he is. These guys are flying. I'm glad I got these new hotkeys. I wouldn't be able to keep up. And there's another
60.
Eddie. So I don't know if it's nerves, but
11 scored.
Jason working the shoulder into his throws a lot more, and leg 1 and 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, pardon me, wasn't working that shoulder in. And look at Scott there.
85.
It's one thing we noticed when he came into the league. A couple of guys noticed that, hey, this guy might be pretty good. He's got almost perfect form. His delivery, his shoulder doesn't move. He keeps the elbow high. He line of sights it with his eye, and he delivers. There's a good throw there.
79.
Great throw, and needed. And Jason's got a nice delivery too. Usually has a decent follow through when he's conscious of it.
45.
Scotty, though, not a great throw on that one as he's snatching that a little bit. And that means when you kind of jolt shutter throw, with the exception of Rob, who does that with success, most of us we pay for that in points.
25.
But Jay, I've noticed his shoulder moving in this last leg. Maybe a little bit of doubt creeping in, but he's going to pull this together, I have a feeling. And get some legs on the board, make a game of it here.
That leaves me 41.
So he's thrown a 43 right now. 1 second there, Scotty. You've thrown a 43 right now?
A 41.
That's a single? Okay.
Yeah, it's a single.
Okay, never mind. Carry on, thanks. Just wanted to make sure he was not throwing for something he didn't want to throw for.
40, 58. 59 scored.
0 at a double there. We're leaving him on a 23, which is going to favor Jay a little bit, as it's not that he's going to have to 2-dart that. If Jay capitalizes on this, and dart 1 is not going to make him feel very good about it. He's going to have to get one in some red here.
44.
All right, let's see what route Scott takes here. If he throws an odd number to get himself down to double 8. And he hits a 19, which is going to pull up a double 2. Quite low, and low again.
19 scored, 2 at double.
94 to Jay. So he's straight 90 now. If he can hit a 60, he could switch to double 15. Oh, he goes for the ball. Ends up with a 25, so he's at a 29. It leaves him with 65, and he hits a 57.
50. I got 57. 87.
I believe that's an 86. Yep. No darts on the double there, so he sets up for an 8. We'll switch over to Scotty here. Still looking for double 2, and dart 1 is quite a bit low. He's got to pull this up. Struggling here. And Jason's going to get another chance at this as he misses 3 at double. Double 4 to Jay. Not bad. Ow, and a bust on 1. That hurts. Back to double 2. He's sniffing a lot closer now. He's got to go to the madhouse or take his chances and bust it.
Bust.
And he busted, and it was intentional. So we'll call that 2 darts out of double. Double 4 back to Jay.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
And he busted again, that same bust. The frustration, I feel it. I did the same thing last match on the same number. Back to the madhouse. That's above the wire, I think. And he's walking for it. Now he does the backwards walk of shame to throw that other dart. And he's stuck with it. He's got to keep it.
Three at double.
Now he's thinking, should I have just busted it? Double four back to Jay, who desperately needs to step up and pin this. And he busted it in one.
Yep, that's no score. One at double.
Please.
And Viz audibly getting frustrated, and there's a single bust. He's got this going in his favor, Jay, that Scott is in the madhouse, so he could get himself a couple of tosses here, but does not want to take this for granted. Dropping that elbow, stay up, and get this.
No score.
Miss on 3. Oh, Scotty's sniffing. And a bust on 3.
3.
See what Jay can do here to adjust. Looks like he's going to step a little bit to the right at the hockey. Get that elbow, line of sight this thing. Nope, he's stepping to the left. He wants to take another angle at it. And double 2, see if that pays off.
4 scored.
And he keeps the 4 as he misses double 2 pretty wide of the target. Now back to the madhouse for Birdman, who busted on 1. Boy, the madhouse is a vicious vixen.
I know. I shouldn't have went up to 1.
No one ever should, but we find
it's not
ourselves
gonna be anything
sometimes,
with
and
it.
there's another bust on 1 dart. We're not seeing any measure of success whatsoever tonight with Jay throwing on doubles. That was his goal coming in. It's got to be getting to him now. He needs to regroup, as Scott's only going to let him have so many opportunities before he pins this. Double 2 being far better. He's got to stay outside so he doesn't go back up top with Bird.
Oh,
And busted on 1.
bust on 1.
There go those averages. Those of you in a race with Jay and Scott, they're helping you out.
Oh, my word.
It's helping me out right now a lot. Because we're tied in points, close on legs. There you go. Start outside. Build your ladder, Jay. There you go. You're getting closer. Pin it. And he gets it on the 3rd dart.
There it is.
There it is on the 3rd dart.
3.
There we go on dart number 3. Finally, we see an end to this average crushing leg as Jay checks out that 4 in 3 darts. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we will move on to leg number 4. Scotty B to throw first. Game on. That might have changed everything for Jay. If he goes down 3-1 here,
25.
who knows what happens? And we can see even creeping into Scott there, just in his overall countenance, a little bit of disappointment. See how he corrects from getting himself into a bad checkout situation
60.
and paying the price for it ultimately.
$41.
Yeah, look at the averages. These guys were both at 54, 56, now 38 and 41.
42.
Doubling kills. Doubling kills.
Oh, we're falling apart now.
30.
So there you go. He said so. So here's the thing. I wonder whether just more time should be spent doubling out in practice regardless. If you can hit a double, you can hit a pie that's, 9 inches long or whatever that is.
26.
Yeah, I think there's some wisdom there. And we'll see which one of these guys can get a hold of the trigger and start sniping
45.
first in this leg. Kind of have the notion that first to pop up an 80 plus is going to run here.
45.
$60.
All right, there you go. So a 60, you'll take that when you're floundering. A 60 feels oh so good.
$43.
$60.
That's another steady from the Birdman, who hasn't got much of a lead here. Jason's helping him out here, unless he can pin some paint.
26.
That's the hardest working mistress I've seen. Thank you.
80.
And there it is. There's the 80 we've been waiting for.
Oh,
Sets
yeah.
him up on a nice 160. Jay's looking at a 100-point different and on an odd. He's got to get to work.
36.
See if Scotty B can make some short work of this. Keeping it straight even, just to set up that 100. And does.
60.
And has a nice 100 checkout. Which is great if you can get that paint in dart 1. Oh, Jay's getting in the money. Got to get another one in there, Jay.
64.
And a bit of a disappointing, but happy to get some plus 60 numbers up on the board. Only 59 points back.
60.
No darts at double on that one. So Jay's going to have to hit some numbers and an odd. There's the odd. He can go back to 20s.
30.
Rushing the throws a little bit now. Pace is good, but wonder if it's benefiting him here. Dart 1 is missing. Dart 2, he's down to double 10 to take a 2-leg lead. And this one, and throws it outside.
20
to hold for
scored.
20 points.
2
darts
at
at
double.
All right, Jay. Now, if you're calling, he's telling you right now, you must throw at 19s first. You got to draw this even. And he goes for it, but hits a 3, which brings him up to an even number at 26 anyway. And now he's ruined that again there. And he goes back, unhappy with that.
11 scored.
Double 10, 3 darts. Way wide. And pulls a 6 there for a double 7.
14.
Yeah, and he's got that figured out. Going down south for double 7 for the leg.
6 scored, 3 at double.
Giving Jay an opportunity. Dart 1, so important. 98. He's not throwing with He's not throwing with any confidence at all right now. None whatsoever. Even after coming back and getting a leg. Oh, sorry, gentlemen. So now he's got what to do with a 7. Does he bust it? Can't go back double 4. I think doesn't want to get into that trap.
It's a bust.
And it's a bust anyhow.
Bust.
Which
2 at
may be
double.
the best thing for him. Maybe now he throws a 2 and goes back to double 12. Pardon me, double 6. We'll see what he does here. 77 to Jay, who hits a 19 first and leaves him on the 58. And he gets a 157 and should probably hit a 17 here just to set up tops.
What is that average?
You're gonna literally have to leave.
49. 50.
And throws a 50 with no darts at double. Set up at 27. Scott's got 3 darts at a double for a checkout here in 14. And he's getting closer on it. Oh!
Bust.
And a bust
3
on
at
3.
double.
See what Jay does with this 27. I imagine you're going to see him set up maybe an 11 for double 8.
Just tanks.
11's an ugly number to go after. Hits the 19. And he's got double 4. And we're back to that. Couldn't hit double 4 before. Double 2.
Just listen.
23.
And
1 at double.
oh,
I
2.
guess that's 2 at double.
2 at double. Yes, it is. All right. Double 7 to Scotty to hold the lead and extend. Good marker dart. Can't get it done. Getting
3
frustrated.
at double.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Pause.
Yep.
Something went wrong here. Undo. That was a missed 3 at double, correct, Scott?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Should be back to normal. Resume. Okay, here we go. Jason to double two. He's back to the madhouse. And busted in two.
Lost. 2 on doubles.
All right, back to double seven. There it is, and he pens it and takes it. Two-leg lead. So
14, 2 at double.
yeah, checks that out. Checks out that double 7-2 at double. And extends his lead to a 2-leg lead. Now we'll be heading into game 5. Jason to throw first. Game on. So you see even now what the importance of doubles is. Not just in even taking the leg, but when these two guys came out throwing darts tonight, they were on fire. Maybe your first 3 visits to the hockey, a little shaky. But then they started putting up numbers. And now because they've both struggled or got themselves maybe, I don't know if it was so much counting maybe in 1 or 2 spots, but
45.
but got themselves into bad doubles just due to errant throws coming inside. They have shaken their confidence now, and we're seeing these averages plummet, both throwing now under 40 for the match.
66.
That's going to help. I think it's a ton.
100.
It is, and it is. That's refreshing. There we go. A ton for Scotty B. Give us some more of that, people.
11.
Well, can't always get what you want.
64.
And the Birdman's finding his way back into some points here. Jason's going to have to rise to match. And he does, I think. Oh, he's getting some form back to his throw.
92.
Yeah, beautiful throw. See that? Elbow was back up. Wrist was cranked back again before he was kind of like lazy throwing. His form is back. I think if he reviews this later, he's going to say, wow, whatever.
62.
And after reviewing my own match, I saw that too when I went errant, elbow dropping, form going south. It's all mechanics. Stupid mechanics.
7 scored.
Darts suck, am I right? But not what you're winning. When you're winning, they're a beautiful, beautiful thing.
45.
Oh, I love these new hotkeys. Woohoo.
$26.
That might be the first mistress for the Birdman. 5 legs in. Not saying something. Actually, we've been seeing a reduction in 26s across the whole league this year. Nice throw here from Jay. Give it to us.
95.
Yes, sir. You are correct. He's got to feel good about that. Look, our match average may be down, but our leg averages are back up again.
47.
See a quick check out to remedy those terrible bottom numbers. And Jay's going to wisely throw a 57 on one dart there. I think, unless he's going to go check. Is that under the wire? I don't know if he's going to update us here on what that is. I think it might just be under. So probably at a 24 there. Is that a 27?
27.
Yep, much ado about nothing as Jay just throws up a 27. Little Shakespeare for you. Oh, great looking throw here, and we're looking at 80. So we're 32. So we're double 16 to Scotty.
Oh,
Who sends it wide on a great opportunity.
One at double miss.
104 to Jay, who needs to play a little bit of catch-up here, but 104 is not that bad. I think he hits the 54 here. and is looking for. Oh no! Maybe he didn't hit it.
74. 75.
75.
75.
Oh, he did hit the 94. Well, I don't know what the 54. He needed 50 after that. He
Double
must have been going for
16
the
and
double
one.
tops.
Oh my goodness.
Double 16 and 1, and he checks it out again.
You're killing me.
Sorry, brother.
Good darts, bud. Good darts.
He's not sorry. He checks that out in one dart, and he's smiling. You can't see his cam. He couldn't be prouder. But, Scott, we're
I
going to
can
get
see him. I'm watching him.
Oh, you are watching him, yeah? Dog. Sorry, brother. Ear to ear. Scott, you're up to throw first in leg 6. Game on. Yeah, he ain't wrong. He is killing him. He's killing him on doubles. And that's what it's all about.
21.
Come on, Jay. Let's mount a comeback here. Oh, nice.
85.
That's how you started out.
$100.
And a ton. He's trying to put the season 1 veteran to bed early in this one. Deep breaths. More whiskey.
41.
$41.
Is that a 54?
58.
No, it's not. Still a good toss. Great leg averages again. And he's on the hunt. Is that a ton?
100.
And it is.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. $22.
I need a new T-shirt made up. And it says, I'm afraid of Scott
30.
Bird. I am afraid of Scott Bird. Jason's throwing fantastic right now, too. 52 average. It's been like that all day.
85.
And he increases that now. Look, it's a broken record story. Match average is both the same, 58, 58. I mean,
41.
is that a 41? Sorry. Leg average was 58 to 58 when I said it. Match average 40 to 42. It's the same old, same old. On paper, I bet you they've thrown up enough hundreds.
25.
Well, I would say that Scott's leading in hundreds, but they've probably been similar in their match counts when this is all done and said, and still it's 4-1.
45.
Don't need to tell you why. And it's crazy at the end of the day. If you're on the receiving end of something like this, you look at the match afterwards and you say, I don't get it. Like, I played just as well. But all the while, you know why.
11 scored.
That was funny. 11 scored. Yeah, you know why. You know you didn't pin your doubles. Man. I'm going to bust out into a Disney song here pretty soon. Tale as old as time. 65 is going to leave him on a 58.
Oh my goodness.
66.
That was a waste of a dart.
Yes, it was, Scotty. Yes, it was. 174 over to Jay, who needs a monstrous toss here. Playing for your life here, Jay.
57.
Beautiful.
60.
Nice grouping, and I don't even mean that in the participation ribbon way. I think that might be a 3 so far, 54, and he misses.
17 scored. 2
No,
at
he
double.
did get the 17. I kind of knew that after dart 1. 2 at a double. Jay, we need 114 here. Not going to do it.
37.
Oh, that's too close for comfort. And double 10 on dart 3. sails it
20
wide.
scored, 3
And
at
takes
double.
a 20. We've seen this before. He's working himself into a comfy spot, though. He likes that double 10. 77 to Jay, who needs to draw into an even number on dart number 1, and does. It hits a 19 to leave himself 58. So we're probably going to see. He's trying at that. He has to hit a 17 to leave tops now.
What is that?
And doesn't get it.
22.
He's all over the board now. He's all over the board. He's playing pin the tail on the donkey right now.
Ooh, back in the crap.
Now he gets a 10 and leaves him.
10.
It's 10, I think.
It's back double 7 again.
No, he's back to double 7 as he hits a 6
14
there.
left.
Bad dart, didn't even see where it went, and pins a 7. Not going to like that.
13 scored, 3 at double.
Jason opportunity. Jason with a 55
That's the
here.
second time it skipped.
Has to hit on dart 1 without a miss and gets a miss. He's got a 45. Probably going to switch to a 32 here. So let's see him throw a 13.
3.
Throws a 12. So I think he just threw a 22, which would leave him at a 33. I'm not quite sure what he was throwing.
25.
Well, he's got a decent check out, which is ugly if you miss. 2 darts at double there.
No dart at double.
Oh,
Bust.
and a bust to Scotty. 1. No, he won't be 1. He'll be a bust with 0 darts at double over to Jay for double 15. He pulls it inside for a 2. He's got 28. Needs a double 14, which is a little nicer check out, and he's
Bust.
and it's a bust on
3
3.
darts at double.
Maybe that was a merciful if Scott's going to allow him to get away with this, and he does. Okay, Jay, we're back to double 15. I used to love it. It used to be my favorite till I realized what happened to me when I missed it. That's a nice dart. Oh, and he
15
comes
score.
inside. Now he's got a 2 dart that to get down to either a double 8 or a double 6.
Bust.
And there's a bust on 1 dart. We'll see if he does that. I suspect he'll go 3 double 6 here. Or 7 double 4. He goes 7 double 4. Which is funny because he had no success at double 4 tonight at all. But a couple of nice looking darts there. So maybe he's made the adjustment. Whole lot of whispering going on. Hope you're not talking about your bacon.
1 scored, 2 at double.
Oh, and he gets himself set up with maybe the ugliest, most bitter, most ruthless, other than double 1, double 3, double 4 to. Oh, and he comes inside and he needs to go down to double 2, and just outside the
4
wire.
scored.
I swear it moved. I swear the wire
2 at double.
moved.
3 at double.
3 at double. Over to Scotty B for that ugly 3.
Oh, word.
Don't even know where that was going. And what do you do with this? I think you just bust it. Can't make it happen. That's a bust.
Bust.
A bust on.
No. Is that right?
Yeah, you hit a 3 and then you hit a double 1, which is 5, and you can't leave 1, so that's a bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you were trying in that last dart, you hit a 3 and you were trying to bust it?
Well, no, I thought that's what I was supposed to go for. That was my mistake.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if you had any attempts at double. It was really just the 1 attempt at double, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, game on. Jay, you need this. You need this. We need this.
There it is.
Oh, there it is, and he gets it. Thank you. Oh, I think he heard
3
me.
darts.
I think he heard me. We wanted to see a game of this made, and Jason reaches out with 1 dart right after I said, come on, I need this, and he gets it done. So that was on 3 darts.
Yeah.
3 darts. Setting up a 2-leg deficit, chewing away at 1. Jason to throw first in game 7. Game on.
Obviously. That was already my question.
Oh my. 11.
Ugly, 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 ugly.
I can't get my double. Oh, not letting me move
See
forward.
that little emotional support happening over on Scotty's side. Sorry for the late
60.
transition as we see him put up a nice 60 to get started here. He's got his
I just
coach.
got that one out of the way, Scott.
He's got his coach in the room with him saying, "You can do it." She was chatting last time in the chat.
We're gonna talk about this.
Nice to see.
41.
Not sure. If 41.
What was I doing?
I think they think we can't hear them.
Oh, 21.
But I love it. I don't want to tell them because it's great. What was I doing? Oh, and an ugly bounce
25.
out for a 25. I can't wait to get some pop-up scores going here for hundreds plus. Don't know how to do it yet. I've made them.
Oh. 8.
8 scored. Yeah, I've made them, but you know the way I usually work, boys. It's, hey, this would be cool. Yeah, like that would be cool. I got to figure it out. But I will. I will figure it out.
41.
What I want to do is, like, if you throw 100 right across the screen, it'd be like, 100 or something like that. Just a little quick little splash. I'll figure it out.
$43.
Oh, good looking darts here on this throw. Oh, it comes,
45.
shifts a little bit to the left on the last dart, and otherwise flawless setup. Scott takes a almost 100-point lead in this early. That 30 not really helping to creep away at that distance. And he stays straight again for a steady.
41.
No, I take that back. Still good enough for a 100-point lead thereabouts. Oh.
35.
Just takes one.
78.
Good throw, Scotty. Accident or not, it leaves him with big fish. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? Come on, Jay. It just takes one in your back.
26.
One good throw erases a world of hurt. Let's see him check this. Oh, one dart. We got one dart. Oh, I was so excited. Looking at 90, and he pops up another.
81.
Oh, he doesn't. He misses on the one dart. Oh, I thought, I want to see big fish so bad. Starting out with the threes. Jay's trying anything.
25.
He's a desperate. Oh.
27.
He's a desperate man at this point. 200 and some odd to go. Try and switch down to 19. We all do that. Try and get something going, right? There's a 19 for Scotty, leaving him 70. Puts in a 57.
What's that leave me, Adam? Triple and a
You
single.
threw a 57 plus a 19?
Yeah.
It leaves you on 13.
13?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Crap. That's a double two.
You mean a double one?
Sorry. Yes, double one.
Okay, got it. No darts out of double there. Switch back to Jay for 259. See where he goes now. Struggling to find some form. Struggling to find some confidence. Struggling to get back into this one. He's been chipping away at it, and he did. He came within 2 legs. He's not far off now. You get a leg here.
Screw that up.
66.
There you go. You get a leg here, and you're one leg back, and everything changes. I was in this position with Eric, and I made the accidental checkout, which was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then you get this feeling of, I'm one leg back. This is possible.
1 scored, 2 at double.
But he's got a bit of a mountain to climb here, and he's got to mentally pull it together and get her done. He's whipping darts now.
15.
He ain't happy. It's hard to keep it together sometimes.
10
especially when
scored, 1 dart.
Scott steps up and pins it to take a 5-2 lead. A nice check out of 10 there on 1 dart to Scott to take a 5-2 lead. In this one, we have a 3-leg difference, but all points are up for grabs. Scotty, you're to throw first in leg 8. Game on. He's a bad man.
45.
$26.
55.
21.
60.
65.
Bad dart there.
26.
36.
60.
55.
100.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Now we're into some scoring. I'm ever the optimist, and I wouldn't even want to say here that, I'm throwing for an underdog. I thought coming into this one, Jason and him were pretty even. Maybe Jason I would have given the slight edge to.
70.
Good throw there, which is a big help. I don't know at this point whether Jay can crawl back from this one. If he can get this leg,
45.
then I'll believe. If he gives up that 1 point to Scott in a 6-leg loss, then just as we've seen his composure tonight, I don't know if he can recover.
80.
But he's closed the gap pretty good in this one with a 52 average.
60.
No darts at a double on that one yet, but he's down to a 50. We'll see if he takes a shot at bullseye when he comes back up. 138 to Jay, who pins a 60 or not. Can't tell. He's not going to give up anything to us.
24.
No, he does not. Does he take a stab at it or lay up for an 18? Oh, he throws a 10 to go tops. And gets it. Obviously knows
50
exactly
scored,
what he
1 at
wants
double.
to do.
You dirt skirt.
And there it is.
Sorry, brother.
There it is, folks.
Don't be sorry. That's the last one, though.
I wondered how long it would take to get a dirt skirt out of Jay, and there it is. The answer is 8 legs. And as Scott checks out the unorthodox 10 tops, most guys electing for an 18 double 16 on that one, but he checks it out nonetheless to take a 4-leg lead on this one and secures himself minimum 1 point in this match, jumping himself up outside of a tie in points with Adam. But we move on to leg 9. Jason to throw first. Game on.
$58.
81.
That's a good line he's got going on that first dart. If you just hold that.
41.
Now, Jason's done this, I don't know, in 2 seasons,
36.
4 times maybe. We call him Solo. You know, if you know anything about Star Wars, you know the Han Solo said, never tell me the odds.
16.
And that's why it was a good nickname for Jay, because he doesn't care about the odds. He doesn't care if he's not supposed to come back. He doesn't care if he's not supposed to beat you. He finds a way to miraculously
60.
get things done. I mean, the guy's undefeated with a 42 average. You tell me how that happens. It's because he finds ways sometimes to dig in and get things done. So we'll see if he can do that here.
41.
But Scott does look determined to give him his first loss.
41.
Even the way Bird holds his darts in his alternate hand. You know, there's something to be said. All the pros will tell you, whatever you do at the hockey, do it the same every time once you find some rhythm and some success. And that
24.
That comes down to even the way you hold your dart. Notice how he holds his darts. Fingertips will always be aligned.
Oof.
Flinches one finger up, but it never leaves his side in that same
40.
kind of T-Rex kind of looking move that he does there. Similar, Jay does the same thing and a great throw.
100.
Great throw.
$20 scored.
Got a burner here in this one. Jay playing for his life.
45.
$22.
Scotty hands him a gift here. Can he make use of it? He looks to do so and squanders dart 2.
45.
Settles for a 45, which may not be enough the way Scotty's been throwing. He's back on track, locked in, set for
60.
steady. And just like that, the gift is gone.
Triple 20. Triple.
26.
An untimely mistress. And with that dart, which looks to be in some bread, I think he takes the throw.
43.
Oh, and it's not. And Jay gets away with one here. The 10th visit to the Aki needs to steal this throwback and does, and secures it with dart number 1. And he's got 65 there. Needs a tops for the win. Oh, it sails it high.
5. One at double.
Scotty B needing a 98. We'll see which route he takes. He hits that 20 for a 78. 58. Now he's looking at
Was
a...
that 58?
It is indeed. Needs to hit an 18 to set up. Tops and misses and hits a 4.
44.
As Jay lines up to take 3 at tops to cut this lead to 3. Then pins it in one dart. Steps up with some confidence and pins that top in one dart to cut this lead down to 3. We still got a game here. We got some darts. Scotty B to throw in leg 10. Game on. All right, here we go. Jason's going to say, I'm not done. I'm not done. That was a great checkout, and he needed
30.
it so bad to not spend him too much time there getting in his own head on that checkout. This should give him a huge jolt of confidence.
45.
85.
26.
41.
60.
There we go. We haven't actually seen too many steadies from Jay. Not too many 60s. He's throwing a lot of 41s, throwing a lot of 45s. This is great to see.
40.
Nice. 65 points behind here. And has a look. Nothing to panic about yet. 60 points back. Needs to get one in there.
28.
That's to settle for a 28, so no damage done there. But hoping Scott's going to throw a little errant himself, and so far does.
41.
So no harm, no foul. He's still quite a bit back here, almost 100 points. And it's early in this leg. Lots of time, but 2 throws away from having squandered it and can't get anything done in this one.
38.
Scott looks to extend his lead here.
45.
Bleeding them out 6, 7, 8 points at a time. There we go. We got something going.
60.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Keep some momentum here. Just putting up as many points as possible.
50.
Get himself 100 points here and take a stab at Big Fish.
41.
60. I know Colin's yelling at me right now.
He doesn't know Colin's not watching till 2 a.m. or whenever it is that he's finished doing what he's doing. But yeah, Colin's going to yell at you for that. Out. Oh, and saves it with a 60 to nail a 66. And man, did he need that. Needs Scott to do some damage, like to go a little errant, to get off. But he does not have.
What's that leave me at, Colin? Or
If you throw, that leaves you at 71.
71.
If you get to 53, let me know. I got a great checkout for that.
Oh, there we go. 2. 40. Worked the way I wanted it to.
Oh, there we go.
Guess I'll try it.
He's not going to ask. I think he knows. And he goes down, hits a 3 for an
89.
For an 89. 1 second here, just to confirm that throw. What was the darts you hit?
Triple 20, single 20, triple 3.
Oh, it was a triple 3. Okay, thanks.
That's 21. 50, 40. No, 60, 21. What's that leave me there, Adam?
You may not be happy with the throw, but it leaves you on a double 16 to win.
One at double. Missed.
All right. Jay's got an opportunity here. He needs to take this. Scotty, you got a feeling is not going to miss that again. There's a 54. Does he go 20? Again, he's thinking it out. Hits a 14. He needs tops and can't get it.
54.
Coming back for a double 10 in this one with one dart at double. Scotty needs a double 16 to claim his second win in the season 2 of the OWC.
Oh, man.
And both darts very errant here and can't get anything done there. That's a miss on 3.
Miss.
And double 10 to Jay, who should count his blessings and count his win in this leg right now. And does. And does.
There it is.
And he gets it.
2 darts.
He checks it out in 2 darts to cut this lead down. Now Scotty's got to be kicking himself on that 32 miss. But 2 visits. Okay, we draw within 2, 6-4. Moving on to leg 11. Jason to throw first. Game on. Okay.
I'm better to hit the 16 and go for double 8.
He probably would have been, yeah, to throw inside a little bit there. Get tight. Sometimes we
41.
throw a little bit nervous, but and you know what? It's warranted on a lot of our double outs, like 10. If you're going for
60.
double, if you're going for double 20, whoops. If you're going for double 20, if you're going for a lot of these checkouts, you just, you don't want to miss. Double 15, come inside. But 16, you can come inside, and you barely even have to move.
26.
Now, he's right. That's a good observation. So you just come at it tight, get aggressive, go for the throat. You miss, you come to double 8.
45.
That's why that's a preferred path. Even if you come in inside in double 8, you double 4, you come inside your double 2. Like, you got a long way to go to get to Madhouse on that. And it's all 1 dart and not 2 dart setup.
41.
$123.
Oh, he almost had the 180 live and in person. And if you don't know, he threw a 180 in warm-up. He wanted it so bad. You hear him, he's like, oh, it was almost in the club.
45.
He wants it.
$45.
$60.
All right, we're pretty close in this one, although Scott's got a 68 average to his 43, and yet we are only 60 points apart. A little further now, obviously. Scott had first throw here. I think that's in the treble 1.
43.
And is.
$41.
$7.
Oh, boy. Don't even need to say it. You feel for him.
11.
Oh, mercy.
Wait.
Mercy shown. You're a scholar and a gentleman.
60.
Good looking 60 there.
$45.
$41.
All right, so both looking down the barrel of odd numbers, but Jason's got a 3-dart checkout, and we've got Scotty here on a 2, and he's got a 58 now. I'm not sure if he knows that. He's working it out.
58.
Confirmed, yeah. He hasn't asked for help, so we don't give it to him until he does. 45 left.
39 scored. They leave me on 32.
I think he's on 32, and I don't know if he even knew that, but he's got to be happy with it, although he couldn't get it done last leg. And Jason's going to take out a 19 here. Leaves him with 118. Oh, he gets a 57 there.
What was that? 57, 67.
Plus 19 plus 5? 81?
That was 76. That's 81.
Yep, that's what I got. All right. The Scott check this bad boy out or hand it back to Jason to draw again.
32.
And he
dart.
checks it out in 1 dart and grabs another. So he is now 2
one dart.
wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in his
Good
last
game, bud.
4. This guy is coming on.
Good game,
So
brother.
there it is right there, everybody. 1 dart checkout to Scotty B to grab this one, a 7-4 victory. He is now 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in his last 4. There's a new kid on the block, but hey, no slouch play in this one. These guys were neck and neck the whole way as far as leg averages goes. Most of the time throwing some big numbers. Let's bring them back in. Hey, how's it going, boys? So we'll start first with Jay. Jay, you know, hey, we've had this. I was on this end in my last match against Eric in this interview room, and Colin asked me, hey, how do you feel about that? Well, obviously, no one likes to take a W in this one. How do you feel? Before I tell you, how do you feel about how you played tonight?
That was probably my worst game. I feel like it was my worst game. I don't think it was, but I think at some points my averages were at like 30 or even below. But you know what? I was feeling real good earlier today, and I don't know if I've thrown too many darts, but hey, all credit goes to Scott, man. He was checking out. He was hitting his doubles. So congrats to him.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear you giving Scott a shout out. I'll tell you, watching that game, over 80%. I was trying to calculate it as I went along. Over 80% of that match, as far as time thrown and legs, both of you were rocking along in an over 50 average on legs. Of course, leg number 2, I think it was 2, where you both spent about, I don't know, it had to be about 7 or 8 visits trying to check out a double, probably 10 visits, really crippled. Both of you fell match average-wise into the 30s. Right back at it in the next leg, and everybody had brought it right back up. So for a good chunk of that, and this is a bit of a reoccurring story here, as we've seen that in the last 3 or 4 matches from various players where guys are rocking that plus 50 average. The numbers seem to be, for most of these guys, about 54. You guys were throwing 58, 59s for a while. There were some lower ones. There was a good chunk there in one leg. I think it was in leg 5, Jason, where you were throwing a 73 to 78 average for most of the match. Scott hanging around the 60s for 3 separate matches. So some fantastic darts thrown. I can't wait to compile the stats. Scott, how do you feel about how you threw this evening? Obviously, you're happy with a 7-4 win.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. I feel like threw pretty decent. I still know where my weaknesses are on a few of my doubles. I don't practice enough. So that'll be my new practice regimen, but
so you're kind
I feel good overall about it.
Yeah, so you're kind of coming up lately. You've been playing so hot in the last, say, 4 rounds. In your practice, how much time do you spend practicing on doubles versus scoring?
Not enough.
So it's just coming naturally. You pinned a few in one dart tonight. Jason, though, huge pin too when you hit that double 20 tops to stay alive in that one. And when one dart and just stepped up and nailed it, thought, here we go. This is a turning point now. Although it was a heck of a battle, heck of a match, just didn't work out for you to get crawl back. But hey, you got some very important legs. And we know that legs match, especially when you're tied in points with others heading down the stretch. You got 7 points now. You weren't able to get any points in this one. But if in the next leg, others tie with you, grabbing 4 legs is huge. As your plus minus is the next thing we look at other than points. Scott, you now advanced to 5 points, which you're kind of in no man's land by yourself right now, as I'm still in 3 points. Hopper's still in 3 points. So you'll be there just under Dirk and Eric with 5. So who do you face, Scott, in round 8?
I face Corey.
So that's a tall order. Now, we've seen a little chink in his armor in last round, as I was able to take 4 legs off of him. That's the most anyone's taken off of him, and that's not credit necessarily to myself. I was throwing pretty well. I felt comfortable, but at the same token, Corey has an opportunity sometimes, has ability sometimes to play lights out where you can't touch him. So, but some legs, people have been able to take some legs off him. So, how do you feel coming into playing Corey next round?
I'm nervous.
Well, we all want to see you take it to the big man. Hey, April, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream.
He has a good cheerleader.
Yes, he does. And I don't know if you thought all that whispering was inaudible during the game, but no, it was great. It was great to hear it all.
Oh, no.
You didn't say anything bad. Don't worry about it. But I actually commented, said he's got a great coach there who was online last time. Now she's right there in the room with him, just willing him to victory. So, Jason, who do you draw? Oh, never mind. You draw me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have you, and then I have Corey.
You and then Corey remaining. I myself have you, and then I got to play Scott Hopp. So no one's got an easy path to finish out here. Everyone's got to play some pretty good darts. So it's really going to get kind of mushy and tight in the middle for points. So we'll see where it stands. I'm going to ask you this once, and it's okay. No one's so sensitive. Scott, you have your pick of the litter. You're not going to play Evan in round 1. That's physically impossible now. So out of the guys I'm looking at now, if we go back to the scoreboard here, we got 2 rounds left. You are sitting at 5 points. Even if you didn't drop, I guess things could change. You got, as far as points go, who you could play. You could play Cruz, Corey, Jason, Eric, or Rob in round 1. Who do you want?
That's kind of tough.
I'll take you.
Honestly, I probably would play Jay if I had to pick out of those 4. Yeah.
Yeah, he's answering for you. He's like, you're going to say Jay. I'm going to come get you. So, all right, Jason. So, let's go back to the scoreboard there. So, Jason, you're sitting up here. You got 2 rounds left. You could still finish above. You get another 4 points. You can't take tops now. That's out of range for you. But second could be possible, so you could be looking at playing Scott Hopper, Adam. You could still play Scott Bird, and you could still play probably... I don't think it's... So Scott Bird, Adam, Scott Hopper. Who do you want?
Yeah.
You know what? I think they're all
or Rob.
worthy competitors.
Yeah.
And that's the honest truth. But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's say I want to take you on in the first round.
There you go. I've been saying it for weeks. I'm gunning for Jay. I want Jay in the first. So maybe it's all going to be set up nicely for us. I'd love to play any of you guys. And honestly, nobody in this league just as a lock in the first round. Everybody is so dangerous right now. So it just makes me think I got to play some more darts. Anyway, boys, That was an awesome match. I think everyone really enjoyed it. Some guys were able to watch. I know a bunch of guys, so don't talk too much in chat. I know a bunch of guys were forced to work tonight, and we're kind of ticked because they really want to watch live. So I think if you guys are watching in this late night, and you're going to probably light it up on the chat tomorrow morning with how they thought this match went. We did have some viewers. So thanks a lot for being willing to stream and playing in the OWC, and we look forward to your next matches.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, take care.
Okay.